The killing sparked off a chorus of protest across major towns in the country. At the Jamia Mosque in Nairobi, Muslim faithful demanded nothing less than prosecution of those who took part in the killing inside the mosque. The scale of death and destruction became clear when the media was allowed into the mosque the following morning. A journalist described the stench of death and the stains of blood on the floor of the mosque. Food that had been cooked but not served remained placed at the corner of the mosque. A broken lamp on the floor, a testament of the scale of the violence meted out on Muslim faithful inside the mosque. The police force at the time gave several explanations for the mosque raid, but angry residents will hear none of it. First, police claimed they were hunting down members of a splinter group, and Aswari loosely translated as savior in Arabic, individuals they accused of planning kills just like the ones witnessed in Likoni 1 year earlier. The police also claimed that the Friday evening prayers and later wedding were just a smokescreen. The mosque, the police claimed, was a hideout for a machete wielding gang waiting to pounce on unsuspecting residents of the small village of Chaani in Kwale. That narrative fell flat. The families wanted more than just explanations. The families needed answers. The National Police Service was the first to publicly apologize for the killings that threatened to derail the national census slated for that month. The then Police Commissioner Philemon Abongo told the media the policeman who was killed by the youth inside the mosque had made a mistake of accessing the premises with a gun and in shoes.
I don't know whoever informer gave them that kind of impression that these were the raiders. And they had gone into this mosque in Tiwi, and they were purportedly said to be holding a meeting there. Unfortunately, without even asking or without investigating further after receiving that information, they stormed or they raided on a presumption that they were going to raid and get these raiders inside there.
It will later emerge that police officers might have taken part in extrajudicial killings of some of the suspects arrested alive immediately after the siege. Ali Momedi, who had taken part in the wedding, was one of the victims.
Shikwa tukiona kapelekwa. Si tunafuata obi ambao watu wako mochari. Tukashangaa, sasa mtu amepigwa risasi hapa, amechukuliwa majeruhi. Amekuaje mochari tena? Tukafika mochari, ameharibiwa kichwa yote, pigwa risasi hapa.
His mother, now ailing after what the family says was a result of his death, has never recovered from her son's killing in the hands of law enforcement agents. The father says he was at home when he heard of the shootings in the mosque.
Nilikuwa shamba. Siku hiyo, wakati nashuka siku yake ya pili, nikakutana na sub-chief. Akaniambia kuna majina ninayaona kwa dio. Kwa hiyo kataza watoto wako wasiende msikitini. Nikauliza, waweza kataza mtu asiende kanisani? Siwezi. Niambie kuna nini? Akasema nakwambia hayo hayo.
It will later emerge that indeed 3 worshippers in the mosque, the imam or the preacher, and 2 other people were arrested and later summarily executed by rogue police officers. Omar GONGO, at the time a young boy, told case files after the shooting he had the imam calling out on the worshippers in the mosque.
Nilikuwa nimelala kwenye kuna zile coffin, zile maiti kama amekufa. Tu kama amekufa napelekewa kwa, nilikuwa nimelala hapo ndani. Na nilikaa pale paka ile kiasi cha muda paka kusikia zile risasi at least zimepungua. Ndio nikatoka kutambaa.
Nikatoka nje. Nilipotoka nikaenda tu mbali sana. Takriban kutoka hapo msikitini kwa mguu huko nikivuja damu mpaka barabarani kule kunaitwa Biksa, ili kumtafuta ndugu yangu mmoja ambaye alikuwa na kigari labda aweze kunisaidia kunipeleka hospitali.
Kisikia mwalimu akiongea, akiita wale wamejeruhiwa, akiuliza nani amepatwa na risasi, wakiongea. Hata sasa huyo bwana harusi, yeye nikamsikia sauti yake haswa akisema yeye amejeruhiwa but akiwa ni mzima. Kawa tu anawaita wale waumini, akiita jina mtu anaitika, yule mwenye labda ametoroka atakuwa ananyamaza. Sasa nikatambaa mpaka nikafika mlangoni. Nilipofika mlangoni nikaangalia huku na huku, maaskari walikuwa wamerudi kwa upande wao mwingine, nikatoka mbio. Lakini wakati nikitoka nilikuwa nimesikia sauti ya mwalimu na Mwajefa na hao wengine wote walikuwa bado wazima.
The government wanted to sweep the incident under the radar of an angry Muslim community. Private investigations by the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslim SUPKEM revealed shocking details of a wedding night that turned into an orgy of death. The investigations revealed that the imam and 2 other worshippers were indeed arrested alive but later shot at close range in a forest not far off from the scene of the killings.
At least mimi binafsi linishangaza kwa sababu nikitoka nikijua au wengine wote ni wazima isipokuwa tu huyo mmoja. Then
huyo mwenye alipigwa
kwa sababu mimi nilimshuhudia nilala flat. Hao wengine wote walikuwa ni wazima.
Hata bwana harusi alikuwa.
Naam.
Lakini baadaye mkaambiwa ameuawa.
Walitolewa akiwa wazima wakauawa nje. Lakini after pale kwa mosque wengine walikuwa wazima kabisa.
At first, the families were allowed to view the bodies of their loved ones, but the media was barred from interviewing the survivors of the Friday night raid at the mosque. Sensing a relentless resolve to have those behind the murder prosecuted, police investigators demanded that those killed be hurriedly buried before their bodies were subjected to a post-mortem examination. Despite publicly apologizing, the police force, now under pressure 3 weeks after the murders, handed over 2 of their own to stand trial for the murder of the 5 worshippers. Julius Mugambi and Stephen Kilonzo were arraigned before a Mombasa court to face charges for the murder of the bridegroom, his teacher, and his fellow friends. For 1 year, the trial of the 2 police officers dragged in court as the same police force pulled every stop to stall the prosecution.
They purportedly went to court, and when they went to court, we don't know what happened. Because these people took the charge, and they were remanded in Shimoletewa. The matter did not proceed to its final conclusion. So justice was not done.
It was one long, tedious journey to justice.
We found quite a number of Qurans which were lying on the floor. A lot of blood had been shed, and quite a number of bullets had been fired. Because these were in, you could see on the walls, there were over 100 holes. And particularly where they respect most, and where the imam of the mosque normally stays to lead the prayers or the wedding or whatever, that is where now the police were firing at.
Haukufungwa. Hakuna ambaye alifungwa askari. Ndio.
Other family members pressed for compensation from the state as the killings took a toll on them.
Lakini hatuna serikali toka miaka 50. Ni maonevu matupu. Kuna pesa ilitolewa, lakini haikufikia watu wote ambao walipatwa na huyo mkasa.
Tuliwahi kufanya kesi na wakili Balala, na ikatoka kwenye gazeti kwamba mimi na mwenzangu ambao tulifanya hiyo kesi, serikali imelipa 1 million. Lakini tulipomfuata huyo wakili akasema kwamba yeye hizo pesa kwa sababu zilikuwa kidogo alizikataa, na akasema kwamba atafile kesi, lakini mpaka sasa hivi hiyo kesi iliishiria tu hivi hivi.
18 years later, the murder of a man she says she loved and had looked forward to spending her life with has weighed down Mupaji Hassani. Her son, who was a small boy at the time, she says, has been her greatest strength. The mosque is still here, but the smell and gunpowder has since ebbed away. But the memories of a night that was supposed to be full of merrymaking is still stuck with those who survived the police raid. The young boys, now all grown, some married but still bear the scars of the terrifying night in the hands of law enforcement agents. After the killings, the youth fell out with the older generation in the village. They later teamed up and built a new mosque meters away from where their colleagues were butchered. It has been 18 years now, but the family still insists their loved ones were killed in cold blood. Their only crime was attending the wedding of a couple they loved. 20 years later, after the raid in the mosque, the families of those affected are yet to move on. The casual manner in which the government handled their plight has left a permanent scar in their hearts. Case Files, The Last Dance, is now a case closed. Denson Sarigo for Case Files.